Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Injuries delayed Rashad Bateman's arrival into the Baltimore Ravens lineup in 2021, but he still put up 515 yards in 12 games as a rookie. The Ravens do believe a 1,000-yard season is more than possible from their first rounder in 2022. Here, he gets them a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Now Jackson on first down. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Dobbins. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Dobbins once more, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Ravens at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in Week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now, they've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Dobbins. And down he'll go at the 25. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson now. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Jackson. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that.
It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. We may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is... The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 98 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Another run here with Dobbins. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 10 more there and another 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's different.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Ravens, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.